studio album called Cabin in the Sky. This album is compiled of several producers. This is under Nas' label called Mass Appeal, and this is the seventh album in the Legend Has It series. And this is in the Nas Mass Appeal label, the Legend Has It series. So this is the seventh album that's coming from that company, and this is a follow up to De La Soul's last studio album, the Anonymous Nobody, came out in 2016. We're talking about 9 years ago. Wow, can't believe it's been that long. And yeah, this is compiled of a lot of hip hop producers. We're talking such as DJ Premier, Pete Rock, Super Dave, West, De La Soul, and also themselves with features such as Killer Mike, Yukimi of Little Dragon, Common, Nas, Black Thought, Q-Tip, Slick Rick, and many more. Of course, the passing of Trugoy the Doe, Dave, back in February 2023. And so this album was previously made around in a similar time. They had pretty much talked about this and shared this on Instagram, and I was happening to listen to this while I was in the gym earlier today, a couple of times. And yeah, man, picking up right where they left off from their previous other albums, and including the Anonymous Nobody, man. They just find a lot of ways to grab a lot of inspiration, and they found ways to continue to drive home what was already known for an illustrious career, and for Trugoy the Doe, illustrious career as an artist and a lyricist in his behalf. They continue to strive on so many different ways and different levels. And pretty much, I'm not gonna go through every single song, but we'll just go through a few of them that I really highlight and want to really point out. Mainly this one, You Don't Stop, which is probably, and this is the second track, my favorite one. Oh, hey, how's it going? And this is from Pasta News verse. Wake up with a voice in my head, get cooked and fed, tell my feet to get up out of bed, and on the beat of the view of the brand of the new day, molasses in the water, the gas is like the sure is hot, give me the fuel, I'm hog ready to get in the warm from out in the New York City, applies I earn, riding to the core, you're never gonna ignore, fronting that you shook, that shock that you get. But list got me top 5 on the radio, but is that good enough where I'm slated? The voice talked to the battery in my chest, and you don't stop. So I keep moving my best. Cindy said if y'all don't stop, and then Dave stops. Man, like, this is just reminiscing on their past history, with Dave. Posdnuos is going over that, and also he's really just getting the details of like the life, at the time was in the 80s, feeling amongst themselves. But he also kind of implies, crack the jackbox, scratch sniff, graveyard shift, studio cooks up in the front of the dens at Crooks who converted it to a better way. Yeah, just pretty much reminiscing on old times, reminiscing on old, like, just things that they got into at one point in time back then, how they got into becoming who they are, and of course, just scrapping stuff and lunchboxes in school and everything like that. Just a lot of things that they reminiscing on what it feel like in their career, throughout their career. So yeah, really good track, really good way to kick off a long album, 20 tracks. I believe this is over an hour and 5 minutes long. The runtime don't really bother me at all. Oh hey, what's going on? How's it going? And the quick 16 for my mama. This is the one with Killer Mike. Oh, enjoy with Nadani. Hey, how's it going? I'm just doing an album review for De La Soul, the classic New York hip hop group for native tongues. This is their 10th album. I'm just doing a review for it, breaking down the lyrics. But yeah, quick 16 for my mama with Killer Mike. This is Maceo and Posdnuos and Killer Mike. Oh, I'm doing okay. Yeah, but he kind of goes into detail about his life. Posdnuos does. where he basically says, "Well, see, my mama from Waynesboro, Georgia, where a glass of struggle life for sure I'll pour you." But so she migrated up to New York, where I was born. BX, were burning buildings, seemed to be in the norm. My heart is filled with love and kindness, and it kept my family from it, never beyond behind us. And her words had compassion to help course correct the foolish route in the world without a venomous heart. And she made us walk with humbleness in our eyes. She said, "No one wanted this, and to be clear on what you need." And she, whether us or not, so prayer is up for the things in the hands that could gather. And since we are sprouted up out of God's good dirt, thank you for the thank you. She valued getting dirty if God was in the work. Thank you, Mama. And then of course, going to Killer Mike's verse where he says, "I'm rolling and smoking easy. I'm thinking about Mama Nisi. And I told her I'ma be, and them see it, mama believe me. Smoking a joint, making a joint, and tell her friends, my baby gonna be a rapper. Point at me, say go again. My brother Marquise from Two Live, and I grab from my microphone. I tell my tall tales and true lies. Was a gangster and a scholar and ran my own world. I had my money and the power and the cars and the girls. And my mama told me one day, baby, you'll be just mine, and then you'll finally find a girlfriend. Make sure she'll be more than fine." It's a dope verse from Killer Mike. I also didn't talk about the interlude where he said, "No doubt that's love and miss you, Miss Mercer. Let me take this moment to show my mama some love." So basically, all of these guys are talking about, just lives and time that their mother was raising them, in a parent in a one or two parent household, and just giving thanks to a lot of just what's being done for them, and how much they pretty much wouldn't be here, their parents giving them the life and the O of the life and the birth for them into becoming who they are as artists and stars. So a dope track. My next favorite song on here was called "A Day in the Sun" with Q-Tip and Young Bingham. Let's talk about that record. Yeah, "Day in the Sun," getting it with you. Yeah, I really, really love this song. I really like this. I like the intro where it says, "And King Coleus defeated the terrible dragon, and all the people in the land were very happy because the dragon is dead. No, let me finish the book." And then the people came to the king, said, "Hear and hooray, the sun has come out." And then the king began to sing. Also, like in the chorus, "Just another day in the sun, guess another day's begun. Ain't got nothing to do. I'm thinking about just getting you. Just another day in the sun, guess another day has begun." And it keeps going on in refrain. I like Pasanu's part where he goes, "And I walk in the city real slow. I've been pieced together by that dude named Frankenstein, and I got one little thing in my mind. That's a whole lot of you. Hot in my tail, be a whole lot of crew. And after they searching with the pitchforks and stakes, try to backstab, but they grab your attention away from me and vice versa. Mama always said that there be days like this. I never thought it'd be too soon. My days consumed my thoughts of your kiss and your shaved legs and your premature toes and sunny side up and yellow when it glows." All right. The next song I'll talk about definitely is "Running Back" with Nas, and also produced by Super Dave West. It's the birth of a team here to clean up the turf, and it's worth of the dream, and it's to change the game. And in lean we lay with the words that we spray, with the way that we teach y'all to act, with the pause, and with the dice and the songs that we slice for the plate and earn the weight and the height and the pawns, with the price and with the men never mice, and where we are the device of the mic, never that pop a rap on the line and the math and the signs, and when we make beat the cake is that we stack on my grind. And then Nas' verse, I really like his verse where he goes in and says, unsmackable, half of you laughable. You won't be photographable if I had to run through half of your crew. I'm only trying to get smarter and 5%ers of Parliament Harlem and roll them at the bottom. Not at the bottom of the snake. Wine with the snake still in it. We sip and see if it takes time to fill it. I speak into buildings, ghetto, tenements, and militants. And no suburbia privileges is from rap to no wonder there's three's the magic number. And add me to that number, that four, the fourth BG and the 4ZZ top. Remember the fourth Fuji, who me? I fantasized musically when it was suited me. So yeah, pretty much overall, like Nas was pretty much talking about the De La's earlier song Three's the Magic Number from their classic 3 Feet High Rising, with reference in there. Then the Bee Gees, the group, remember the Bee Gees. Then of course the hip hop trio collective, the Fugees. And then he reminisces about 80s and 90s feeling it. And then of course goes in the modern era. Like Nas really has a dope verse that's very nostalgic, but at the same time puts it in a very modern spin, like typical, like classic Nas. What he does, man, really enjoy this track. And yeah, it's very much a great contribution to what De La's doing. All right. Then the song Palm of His Hands. Let's talk about that record, and that's with Bilal. That's also produced by Pete Rock, which is again one of my favorite songs on here. And okay, the lyrics are not on here. Okay, but yeah, going into this song, what I really like about this is not only the chorus from Bilal, I really enjoyed that, but I also love the production from Pete Rock as he continues to give more soulful, intricate, and really good just way of sampling from other like older 80s and early 90s R&B cuts without trying to feel like it's like he's like it doesn't feel like anything is being taken for granted. It feels like everything feels organic and natural. It feels like everything is coming to its own fruition. And I feel like not only Bilal sounds comfortable, Pasta News sounds comfortable, and like everybody just sounds really good on here and really fits the style and the capabilities of it. So I really do like that record. And the last song on here that I want to talk about is Different World. And it's the voice from one of the Jackson 5's own, Jermaine Jackson. Also, there was a lot of voices on here that are a lot of voice acting on here, narrations, from classic R&B artists. I didn't really get to mention them, but very good guest, very good narration from Jermaine Jackson. But also, where Pasta News goes in, it says there's a time when my mind was so caught up in the bind, and because my grind was so in my face, but now I'm in a place where the taste of the grit is no longer that I'm craving. Tested the light to graze up, and the view was so bright, no shades up. No, I don't mean from Dwayne Wayne's ears, but the dark thoughts of my mind bathed in, but now put behind a come that made free spirit residing where gut lay a hippie a heart like Freddie. So I will keep my smile steady and negativity out of my focus. No longer at odds with staying hard in life. Greener than the side where your God's in life. Blessed to be intact with changing and having insight to aim, but in a different world. Man, this is just a way. Oh my goodness, this verse was so sick, man. But overall, my thoughts about this album is yes, Pasta News and De La, they continue to be sensational with this album. I knew going into this one I was gonna really enjoy it from what I heard from their latest track. And yeah, they don't disappoint at all. The guest features really contributed to this album. Giancarlo Esposito, Jermaine Jackson. It was so many others that did like voice narrations on here that really did a great job of really contributing to the album, and really did shape and focus and molded what was already known from the group's voice narrations and just overall boom bap laid back style and sound and appearance. But at the same time, it continues to set molds and set trends and continues to do it in the modern era, and not only getting the guest artists and the guest appearances to feel like they're at home and special with, and it feels like a celebration of just life and their career, and it really adds to the reminiscent of and the essence of what made them so special. So yeah, really great album. Definitely recommend this one to many fans who enjoy De La's previous works, from Stakes is High, De La Soul is Dead, 3 Feet, and Balloon Mind State. You definitely gonna enjoy this one. This is definitely for you, made for you. It feels like a sentimental piece, like what Tribe Called Quest did with their last record. And it feels like a send off for them, just like in the same way with Tribe. This is feel like a send off for them in the best possible way. In my mind, cannot think of the Tribe Called Quest album, but anyways, I'll think about it later. But yes, definitely dope album. Check it out and give my thoughts on, and give your thoughts down in the comment section of what you think. Anybody that was commenting, I appreciate y'all seeing it, everything. Fishy, Cutie Chan, enjoy Nandani. Thank you for commenting and watching. And everybody else who is, thank you. I'm out of here. Peace. I got more album reviews coming. I got more reviews coming. Thank you all for watching.